Quest Audiobooks presents an unabridged recording of The Fallen Crown by Griff Hosker, narrated by Malk Williams. Prologue. Stockton Castle, January 1140. It had taken us 2 weeks to travel north to our home on the Tees from the lands of the west controlled by Empress Matilda and her half-brother, Earl Robert of Gloucester. It had been a frozen land that became increasingly covered with a blanket of snow the further north we went. It was a journey fraught with potential danger. There were still supporters of the Empress in the land through which we passed, but most of the knights, lords, and magnates were her enemies. We chose the castles in which we stayed wisely. We passed through old trails and forests as we avoided the scrutiny of Stephen the Usurper's supporters. Had there been any brave enough, then we might have encountered bandits, for we carried back the fruits of our victory. We had horses, weapons, mail, and coin. The war in which we had fought had given us knights for ransom, as well as the goods and horses of the dead we had slain. However, my banner was well known, and any bandit knew that an attack on the Warlord of the North would result in but one thing: death. We rode north and were unmolested. The journey back afforded me the time to reflect on the last months of the old year. I had advised the Empress that I would stay away from her court in Gloucester. She had not wished me to do so, but I did not want any hint of scandal associated with the Empress. Her brother suspected that I was the father of young Henry Fitz-Empress, her son. We could not have that suspicion. The Empress's husband, Geoffrey of Anjou, still prosecuted the war on her behalf in Normandy. A hint of scandal might tear our fragile alliance apart. The Empress's forces would consolidate the land around Worcester and Gloucester. I would stay in my northern fortress. True, I was surrounded by enemies, but none frightened me. I had beaten them all. If they came again, then I would defeat them. I had a small retinue, but all of my men were renowned fighters, and they fought for me. Each was worth 5 I might hire in the markets. When I had reached my castle and our goods had been stored, I realized that I was alone. My son and my grandson were in Normandy, and the woman I loved was separated from me by my enemies. I had my men and I had my land, but—
Sample complete. Ready to continue?